Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
In other words, keyways that aren't restricted, like just the cylinder part, just the barrel itself. Like, how does it all work?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Because I'm on a correct. You know, I'm not a business or anything. I'm just, you know how it goes. I can't believe that I bought these bloody things, and it makes sense though, you know. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, you know, people buy that stuff and then 10 years later realize they can't expand the system, so they just dump it on eBay, and people call me up, hey, I need keys for this cool lock I bought. Yeah? How cool was it?
Well, you taught me a lesson.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, what lock did that come out of?
I don't know. It came out of a, it came out of, you know, the ones where you put the master key in to pull it out? What's it called? Oh,
removable core. So the bottom line.
Removable core.
Yeah, I mean, you for sure have probably fairly decent quality locks, and you can always put, you know, their 20030 cores into them. And yeah, you know what? You can order any Primus you want. At the end of the day, you can definitely order any platform that you want. As a consumer, there's no restrictions to that. So the question is, can you buy just Primus plugs only? And I'm going to look up the price list and see if they list those separately. I don't see why you can't. You can obviously buy the cylinders.
Well, I'll buy them off you. I mean, I'm going to buy everything off you. The other thing I want to do is get the Primus kit. I can't remember what you said the discount was that you could get for me.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up, and I can send you a quote.
Okay. Yeah, the pinning kit.
Investments.
Well, one thing I got out of these locks is I got a buttload of finger pin springs and parts. Buttloads, because I picked all of them open.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing, because you had stumbled upon people that will sell small quantities of that stuff, and we don't, because I don't stock those finger pins, so I don't take packages and break them open. I only bring in whatever it is, gross of what it is. So plug component, yeah, it's not, well, it does not appear to be listed in the catalog in the price list. So I would have to reach out to Schlage and confirm that I can buy the plug only.
Okay.
But actually,
that'd be fabulous.
Yeah, I'd have to reach out to them and ask. So you have the removable core, their figure 8 full size interchangeable core, and you want the plug only for that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
16,
find out.
I want the plug. I'd like it to be Primus something, CP, you know, whatever. With the side bitting doesn't matter. It can be anything, because I can key it to, you know, I can pin it to it. I mean, but that's what I'm looking for. And I'll tell you what I do. I buy the Abus Rock, and I buy the other Abus padlocks with no lock in it, and I put this Primus in it with 2 keys that I've cut, and I make a couple bucks to fund my cutting machine. That's another thing I want is a HPC. I want the coded, you know, not a duplicated, but a key machine. Actually, I'm going to want to lean on you for that.
Well,
Rich.
I might be best used as someone that you can bounce ideas off of, because the reason I say that is we are not going to be competitive on locksmithing paraphernalia, pins, kits, key machines. I sell all of it, but I don't do volume, so I'm not getting a decent price on some of the stuff. I do pretty good on Medico, but just be mindful. I'm just saying, if I give you a price of something, absolutely check, because I don't, you know, I might be buying it through wholesale, which means I'm not, you know, it's being stepped down one too many times. So just be mindful of that.
No. Yeah, I appreciate it. Fair enough. I think your pinning kit, the Primus pinning kit, was cheaper than I could get anywhere, though, honestly. You offered me, like, I forget what percentage off you get it at or something. I can't remember what you said now, but, you know, whatever it was. But well, if I can buy just the plugs. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you like Primus, you'd like ASA as well. The same person patented both of those, the ASA, ASSA.
Okay.
You'll dig that. ASA is cool, like Primus is, but what ASA does is, when you buy a cylinder, it comes with 2 sets of keys. The other set is all you do is flip the sidebar over, because there aren't fingerprints, there's a sidebar, but it is the same side bit milling, concept, Primus. And if you look up the patent for one, it'll be the same gentleman who patented both of them. So kind of cool, just FYI.
If there's no fingerprints, how does the sidebar? I don't really understand what you mean. On the ASA.
Yeah, the ASA sidebar is going to have. I have to look at a drawing. The sidebar. Seeing would be believing, and so what they have is basically side cuts, and then the sidebar has to rest at the proper height, so to speak, on the cuts on the side of the ASA key, to satisfy that shear line.
So the sidebar has to rest on the cuts in the key like the Primus rests on the fingerpins? So it's not the pins that move, it's the bar?
Yeah, you know what, there's a great article that I found here. I don't know who put this together. I'm gonna text this to you. This is great. Someone has done a lot of research on ASA. My goodness.
Awesome.
I have it all in my textbook, which I think is at work here. Or it's at home. Yeah, it's here or at home. But you'll be able to I know that I've got an ASA service manual on my site, and you'll be able to dig into that as well. Anyway, just, and then in this day and age, with Medico 4 being announced or coming out,
I've just started picking dimple locks. I'm actually getting okay at it. Traditional locks, I can pick anything. But, I mean, while my wife is watching TV, I'll sit there with a lock, just going to town at it throughout a whole movie until I finally get it. But
what dimple locks are you working on?
Well, right now they're Chinese dimple locks, but I do have an abloy that I'm working on. I've made my own pick for it. And I have let me see. There's actually no name on this sucker. I don't know what it is. Probably Chinese, but I've just started to get into the dimple picking.
Yeah,
I can pick any lock.
Gemini is a name that's out there. Or Sergeant Kiso is another name that's out there when it comes to dimple.
Okay.
But yeah, I was sitting in a class one time with Peter Field, and he look up the patent to medical biaxial. His name is on it. And he basically said it's just a matter of time. You can get through a lock. It's just a matter of time. How much time are you going to put into it? Some people do it a lot faster than others. So some people can do it, and others like me cannot do it. I'm extremely poor at it. I don't even try.
I can pick a Primus in about 10 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
I made my own pick for it though. For the sidebars, for the side pins, for the finger pins.
Yeah, there's.
Not bad.
Yeah, Specialty Tools is the guys that are really killing it out there. It's all specialty tools that they've made.
It's awesome. I love it. It's just so intriguing to me. If you can get me just the barrels, Primus barrels, I need 10. That's all. And then I'm gonna just start buying locks because I can't go through this whole thing, man. Again, it's not worth it, But I got 10 empty barrels here that I could use plugs for Primus if that's possible.
Yeah, but it is the interchangeable core that you're working on, the Schlage full-size interchangeable core.
Yep, Schlage full-size interchangeable core. It's got 6 pins in it.
Yeah.
Yep. Send you a photo if you want. I'll hang up, take you a picture
of
my hand.
Yeah, so the ASA, as I pulled up the manual, it does incorporate a finger pin, and what it is the side, there's a sidebar that's in there, and the sidebar is satisfied when it nestles into the proper cut on the what we'll call the finger pin, and there are many false cuts there as well. A lot of people like the Asa, and I'll send that to you. And you'll when you get into that catalog. I got to tell you, if you're going to make a go of it, you've got to join Aloha because the annual convention, you're going to get access to people in classes that they live and breathe this stuff. And, you know, like they say, the more you learn, the more you earn. And Aloha is...
American Locksmith Association?
Associated Locksmiths of America, I think these guys are. I'm a member. I participate in classes, and what's really cool about it is, I mean, you're sitting, as I've called it, you're sitting there with some of the most famous people no one has ever heard of.
I know.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I was just in a class in the spring with two guys, but one of them is just his expertise is frightening. It's astonishing how awesome this guy is. He is so nice, and he has more knowledge than one person ought to have, and he is so great. So eager to help. My God, just the networking alone would be worth it for you. Just the networking.
I love
alone.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's crazy that I geek out on this stuff?
The fact of the matter is there's another million people geeking out on it at least as equal as you are. It's just, it's absolutely. And you know what? If you ever get to New York, there's the Mechanics Society, and there is a collection of locks there that you will be utterly fascinated. It's not pin tumbler stuff. It's what came before that. And what you're going to be seeing there is the intimate connection between you and the brilliance of the person who thought it up. You have this intimate connection when you're like, this guy, I'm connected to his mind. I understand what he was going for. And what he was thinking and just how they did it, because you know they're bit key locks, and they are lever tumblers, and they are ridiculously brilliant locks. And you know, in Europe, you know, the high-end locks that hold safes together, it's all this, you know, 17th, 18th, 19th century technology, but taken to the nth degree. So it's just nuts.
Wow.
You know, us here as Americans, right? We're actually pretty lazy. Primus and Medico 4 really, but Medico 4 just stole a German Dom element from the 1970s, I think, a movable element. It's like, that was not creative. It was creative. I don't think it was novel. It was novel enough to get a patent, but they just, you know, they reinvented the wheel, and good for them. But, you know, when you study the history of the last 200 years, you see where one guy saw that, and you can tell he must have incorporated that in his design. So yeah, geeking out on it, you're damn right. You could spend your time doing a lot worse things.
Right. I actually just spent $80 on a lock, a Medico lock, on eBay with no key, so I can pick it.
Okay. Yeah, Medico is definitely cool stuff. What's interesting about them is I was told that they have 75% of the North American security cylinder market. So if you're going to toy with Medico, you're doing so with the leader, you know, the company that, you know, people go to. You know, it's their stuff.
I just want one. I just want to beat it. It's that feeling, right? It's that feeling.
Well,
when I pop it open, it's like, I can't explain it. It's like, I don't know, you know, there's a lot goes into it. There's a lot of effort. Your fingers are hurting, your hands are cramping.
Yeah.
You know, you have to walk away sometimes, come back 3 days in a row, and then when you finally pop it, it's like, it's just a feeling of, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Not at all. It's, you know, you're in a small club when you can pick a Medico lock open. And, you know, it's just, it's a matter of time, no doubt. But if you don't have the feel in your hands, in my opinion, you'll always be below average. Like me, I could get you in, if I had enough time, into my 5-pin cylinder, mortise cylinder on the front of the business. But, you know, hopefully you don't have to go to the bathroom real fast, because I'm going to need time.
Yeah, because you got to start all over again. Exactly.
I don't have the anyway, maybe someday I'll develop, you know, something. But
do you ever have jobs that you do where you get a bunch of old locks that you're just going to throw away with no keys?
That generally never happens, because if someone walked in and plunked those down, they would absolutely get tossed into a box. Because you're looking for a spring, in 10 years. And it's nice, that someone else comes in and say, hey, this lock broke, and like, wait a minute, I think I can pull the retractor hub off of this lock.
Right.
It's nice to be able to do that. So,
Okay.
just we recycle stuff only because it's nice to be able to do that. A guy, like the Schlage E-lock, it's a grip lock that they made from the 50s until the 90s. If you prep your front door for that, there is no other lock that will fit into that. And it's nice to be able to get a latch bolt for somebody, because if they got to replace the lock, they're replacing the door or doing very large Dutchman work on it. So it's nice.
And then you're into a door. So yeah, no, it makes sense.
I
got you then. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Well, Rich, thank you for the help, the interest and talking to me about all this stuff. I really appreciate it, And,
you bet. I'll confirm we can get those plugs from Schlage, and I'll communicate back to you.
That'd be awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks, Rich.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.